Yeah, this is my developer video. Three successes recently. First of all, I just got some funding to build a new school, which a language school, which is going to include the Tokyo Real Studios incorporated in that, and that's been a long time coming. Trying to get the money. It's been one hell of a task, and I've only got it through absolute perseverance. It's been one big roller coaster, but finally last week I got it, so that's a great feeling. Second success is that I have a business mentor out here, and she's a very successful business lady who's very well connected, and I reached out to her about a new business venture I want to get going called MTP, and she's well into it, and she's agreed to partner me on it. And also she's very good at getting seed money from the government, and she's pledged to do that, and hopefully we can get some seed money and hit the ground running for a change, instead of trying to do it on a bootstrap it all from the beginning. So that would be nice. So that's been a bit of a success. And thirdly, some of the things that I said I was going to do on my last Tokyo Real video last week, I think it was about Tokyo Real guests, and I said I was going to reach out to David Paul, who's probably the most famous language educator in Asia, an absolute legend. I did reach out to him, ask him to be a guest on the show, and not only did he agreed to come to my studio, so I didn't have to go to him. I offered to pay his expenses. He wouldn't accept that. He paid it all himself. Of course, I took him for dinner after, but what a gentleman. Fantastic. I did the longest interview I've ever done, an hour and a half with him. We just kept talking and talking. So you can see that coming up in the next week or two, David Paul. And also, yesterday I had a reply from Andrew Cotton, who's one of the legendary big wave surfers in the world, and is in the Guinness Book of Records for riding the biggest wave ever ridden. And he said, yes, Ian, it would be my pleasure to come on the show. So I'm going to do that within the next 48 hours with him. So that's great as well. And I'm in the process of talking to two other people, the founder of the Glastonbury Music Festival and the founder of Headspace, Andy Puddicombe, in the hope that they might come on the show as well. But that's a bit of a question mark, so watch this space. I'll see if I can pull that one off. But that would be great if I could get those two on. Some of the hurdles the last couple of weeks. The first one is, I mean, my background is in coaching and teaching fitness and training and nutrition, but we don't always practice what we preach. And I've been trying. I'm not in bad shape, but I want to get really ripped and really lean. And it's tough, and the problem I have is I come home after the end of a long day, and I like to have a drink, not much, maybe 1 or 2 glasses of wine at the most. And then my wife's, they've all eaten because I come in late, and she's left some nice food there, and I say, I'm not going to eat it, I'm not going to eat it. And then after 1 glass of wine, I look at the food and then, oh, maybe I will eat it. And then you end up eating it all, and you have another glass of wine. And, I know I shouldn't be doing it, because that's what I teach. But if anyone out there can give me some good tips as to how I can trick my mind into not doing that. Normally I'm pretty mentally strong at most things, but yeah, this is a tough one. At the end of a hard working day, you feel like you've earned it, But I want to try and trick my mind somehow into thinking, no, you can't do that. So any advice would be welcome. And then I can get down to my target weight, which is about another 7 kilos down. I've lost about 8 to 10 in the last year. Another 5 to 7 kilos I want to get down and improve my diet and cut down on the alcohol. Second hurdle is I've got a number of home pages on my business, but haven't touched them for a while, and they all need upgrading. So they need good landing pages, email address, data collection functions, autoresponders, etc., etc. And I know I should do all that, and I've been putting it off and putting it off, and I really need to get that done. But you know, I've got so many things to do. I feel like I've got so many good ideas in my head, and I don't have a big team around me. And sometimes I think you get that. I think they call it like overthinking paralysis, and you end up just doing nothing because your brain is um, so paralyzed because it's got so much to do, and it's really difficult to focus. And sometimes I slip into that, and I know I'm slipping into it. But to try and stop yourself is not easy. Although I do get down to a quiet area and do some headspace meditation sometimes. That does help. But any advice would be welcome. And the third hurdle is my best mate, who rings me about 3 times a day and 30 minutes each time and does nothing but continually moan and complain, and it's total 100% negativity. And I've told him numerous times I'm fed up of it, and I've reached out and said I will help you. Let's talk about it. I'll do what I can, but it's no. I know that. Yeah, but yeah, and it's always that excuse. So yeah, that's Now I know Dan Pena would tell you to send him an email and tell him to F off. Well, when it comes to your best friends, you don't do shit like that. It's for life, yeah? So you're in it for life. And you got to remember that what comes around goes around. And it might be him now, and it was me before. It might be me again in the future. So you don't do that. You help each other and you try and get through it. But it is a hurdle I've got to get over. But we will, because he's my best mate, and we'll be back on track hopefully soon. So there you are, some successes, some hurdles to get over. Hope that answers the challenge. Thank you.